Good morning. Chris and I were sitting here talking and we didn't realize it was 7 o'clock. Hey, it just told me I just got an email telling me I'm live on YouTube. Thanks. All right. Y'all take your Celtic salt because I forgot to tell y'all last time. And didn't nobody remind me. Take your Celtic salt. 82 minerals. Drink you some water. Swish it around. Good morning. My hand is normal. Well, somewhat. I have no swelling. There is a little discoloration in my knuckle. For the YouTube people, y'all didn't see the video yet, but I've already done my Thursday video, but I got 2 thorns out of my thumb, and I'll do the video later. But I was able to get those out myself because I got scared because I'm scared of needles, and they told me they were going to deaden my finger and get them out today. And I was like, oh no, they ain't doing, they are not doing that to me. They are not. So I couldn't decide if there was a thorn in there. But Becky kept going, Judy, get those thorns out of your thumb. Get them out. Because her daughter is, I forgot what she is, but she's like head of the hospital. And she said there were thorns in there. And so Becky kept telling me to get them out. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this myself. And so I did it. And I was like, I squeezed it and I could not believe how big that thorn was in my thumb. And then there was another spot, and Becky kept telling me, Judy, there is a thorn in that. And I was like, I don't think there is, but I'll trust her. So I opened it up and I squeezed it out and a thorn came out. So Becky was right the whole entire time. But I got them out. So that means they're not opening up my thumb today. So sometimes you just need a little push to make you head in the right direction. I'm taking my glasses off, which means that things are really blurry and I sort of can read, but sort of can't. So I'm going to tell you what I think about. First of all, sometimes when you are a creator meaning your own Facebook or YouTube, and you have a following, sometimes, and I've said this before, but sometimes you find yourself and you find your self-worth all around a number. And like what I mean by that is like you find yourself like you spent hours developing a video, editing a video, and then you have not that many views and you're like, ain't nobody care about their Aunt Judy. Ain't nobody watching my content. Nobody cares. You start playing these tricks on yourself. And you start thinking, and you kind of like forget that they have a life, right? They don't sit on YouTube 24/7 waiting for someone to post a video, right? Like they have a life, they have, I don't know, things going on in their life. So it's not like it might take a couple of days. Not everybody gets on YouTube at the same time. Like a lot of people on Facebook just scroll Facebook all the time. And there's people on YouTube that scroll YouTube all the time. But as a creator, you find yourself feeling like your self-worth is a number because you feel like no one cares. It's silly. And I know in the real world, you do the same thing in a different sense. I mean, like, let's just say it's your birthday. And, I don't know, somebody doesn't call you on your birthday. You play tricks with yourself and you say, they don't no more care about me than the man in the moon. It's my birthday. They've forgotten. They haven't sent me a card. Uh, they don't care about me. It's like you play tricks in your head on whether people care about you or not. And then, like, it's like we forget that they have a life or they're going through things and it slipped their mind or things like that. You find yourself, I already got my preaching stick out. If y'all are new to my channel, this is called a preaching stick. It's also a curling iron, but I start doing this crap, okay? And it just kind of happens. So I call it my preaching stick. And when the preaching stick comes out, that means I mean business, okay? So basically, I find myself on a number. But what ends up happening, and this reminds me of Shane too, because a lot of times with Shane, I tell myself Shane doesn't care about me. Say that a lot. I'm like, he don't care. All he cares about is his dang self. He does not care about me. I tell myself that a lot. And it's like I'm basing that off one situation that happened. I'm basing no one cares about Aunt Judy off a video. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when the tool that we have in our pocket is checking the facts. You know how I tell you that we have to check the facts? When you start playing, they don't care about me, blah, 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 we have to check the facts because our emotional mind takes control and you cannot trust your emotional mind because it's an emotion and emotions will lie to you. Okay. So the tool that you have to put out of your pocket is, okay, Judy, maybe there's only so many views, but let's check the facts. Did the backup dancers not care about you? Let's think about this. Let's just take it to the Diane situation. When Diane passed away, I got cards, I got messages, I got text messages, I got voicemails, I got so many people that cared about what I was feeling through the loss of Diane and the fact that all these backup dancers cared about Diane. Y'all came out of the woodworks. So when I checked the facts, I'm like, okay, I am basing my self-worth off a stupid number. And I know that that's my emotional mind telling me that no one cares. Because the fact is, they do care, because if they didn't care, they wouldn't be messaging me and emailing me and calling me and telling me that they're sorry for the loss of Diane and sending all this ladybug stuff. So, like, sometimes in the real world, our emotional mind plays tricks on us because it's a feeling. Your feelings are valid. Like the feeling that, let's just say that no one cares or whatever, okay, that's a little extreme, but my feeling of, wow, this video doesn't have good views, that's a feeling that I have because it is a fact. But then, like, sometimes you feel like, I don't know if this makes sense to y'all, and I hope that you can relate to me. I'm going to go back to my mom. When my mother, my mother was very active, and she had tons of friends. Everyone loved my mother. My mom was like great personality, funny. Well, when she had her stroke, it upset the community. I mean, because my mom went from normal to not normal quick. And we can see just by the thorn, I was out just cutting the rose bushes. And my life got interrupted from a thorn very quickly. And I went from cutting the bushes, getting a thorn, getting an infection within 2 hours, and I was about to head for surgery. Things happen quick. My mom went to work, went home. She had worked like double that day or whatever, like a long shift. Went home, was tired, went to bed, woke up. I like this. And my sister-in-law said, "Jane, what's wrong? What's wrong with your face?" And she said, "I don't know. What's wrong with my face?" And she said, "Your eye is drooping." My mom went to the bathroom and she was like, "What's wrong with my eye?" Like, am I having an allergic reaction? Things happen quick. Next thing you know, she went to the ER. They did an MRI, and my mother was having a brainstem stroke. And within a day, my mother didn't even know who I was. It happened like that. My hand happened like that. And I'm sure you could share a story with me about how your life changed. Like, I can't snap because my finger hurts, like that. Like, they were normal, they weren't normal, or they were there, died in a car accident. Like, things can happen so fast. And so I remember when my mom, it first happened, all her friends, all her coworkers, all my friends, all like my coworkers, everybody in school. I mean, everyone was coming to the hospital. Everyone was bawling their eyes out. Jane, my mother, had no idea who any of us were. And we were all just sitting there with our mouth like this. Because her body was physically there, but she didn't know who we were. And everyone came out from the woodworks. Everyone came out from the woodworks because this drastic thing happened to my mother. And when there is a sudden change like that, people support you. People, what can I do to help you? They send you food. They give you gift certificates so you don't have to go home and cook because your mother is, not good. It's like your friends run to you. And I can remember when Mom got out of the hospital, she went to rehab. And people were sending flowers and, they were just loving on my family. And then when she came home from rehab, me and Larry and my aunt and none of us knew it. We couldn't even get her in the house hardly because we were like, how do we get her in the house? How do we give her a bath? Like, what the heck do we do? Okay, we all got to go to work, but how do we do this? And I can remember Larry and I just sitting there bawling our eyes out going, what the crap do we do? We both have to go to work. Like, what do we do? Who do we help us? How are we going to afford this? All those things were hitting us, and people were stepping up to the plate, and they were like, let me stay with her. Y'all go to the grocery store. Let me stay with her. And I had 2 babies, y'all. Corbin and Vanson were babies. I mean, they were 2 and 3 years old. Okay. And it was just difficult, but all these people came out of the woodworks to help us. When I said, I'm closing the doors for Sneed's Farmhouse, I have like 10,000 views on my video. People are coming out of the woodworks going, what? When I have someone pregnant on my farm, people come out of the woodworks to see Shishi's babies or Didi's in labor. Let me go watch this birth. When things are interrupted and exciting, or there's a disruption in your family and someone's sick, people come out of the woodworks to see what's going on because they're curious and they care and they love on you. And I have felt so loved on since the situation with Diane. And now this change that's going on in my life with Sneed's Farmhouse, me having to make the hardest decision in my life. Okay, not my life, but trying to figure out what to do with Larry, my life, me, doing the farm and me trying to do field trips and me trying to do tours and Larry needing me. I felt pulled in 40 different directions, and people come out of the woodworks to watch my video and go, "What is going on with Aunt Judy?" And I'm like, where are these jokers? Where are these jokers like every day? Like why did 10,000 people? It wasn't like a lot of times, if you tag, let's just say Jason and Brooke, and you tag Cog Hill Farm, they come out of the woodworks seeing your video because you tagged Jason and Brooke or Lester or a bigger channel, okay? But I just said, I don't even remember what I said in the title. And there were 10,000 people that came out of the woodworks to watch my video to go, "What is going on? Aunt Judy is closing the farm?" And I'm like, yes. And then the next video, it's just like there's nobody. And you find yourself judging your self-worth because you're like, 10,000 people care that I'm closing my farm, but only 1,000 people watch the next video. What the heck? And with my mom, it's like, okay, all these people came out of the woodworks when my mom got sick, and they were helping us with food, and they were helping us, y'all go to work or y'all go to the grocery store, let me stay with her. All this happened, all this excitement happened. But then months later, they all disappear. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? If y'all have had a death in the family and all these people send food and all this stuff, and then when the excitement goes away, it all dies down and you have to go back to normal life. And that's usually where your grieving begins. Like during the up, when people are like, "I'm so sorry, Judy, you're making the right decision. God has you. You've got such peace." Like the hype of the "Oh my gosh, Aunt Judy's closing her farm," that is support, and I feel supported. When my mom was sick and all the support that I got, I felt so supported because people were coming out of the woodworks to help us. But no one can do that forever, right? And then reality sets in and you go back to, okay, I'm just Sneed's Farmhouse. I'm just Steve's Farmhouse. Or, okay, mom's paralyzed. Now it's time to live our life. And that's where grief begins, I feel like. I'm talking about myself. That's where, the shock of my mother was there for a while. Wait, mom was the breadwinner. Mom was the person that got the family together. Mom was the one who never forgot our birthday. And then all of a sudden, mom is paralyzed and don't even know who we are. And our lives are totally changing. And people have to go back to everyday life. And then grief sets in. If you've gone through a tragedy in your life, you know what I'm talking about. Because people, you have your spouse passes away and everyone comes from the woodworks because there's a funeral and there's excitement. Not excitement, but it's sad excitement is what I mean. Everyone's going to the funeral. Everyone's sending flowers. Everyone's sending food. And then everyone goes away and you're left there in your house with no spouse. And you're like, where did everybody go? Does everybody know that I'm drowning? I can't breathe. My husband has passed away. I can't breathe. And now everyone has gone back to normal life and my life is not normal. You get me? I have felt like that many of times. I felt like that, especially with the loss of both my parents. Your life never goes back to normal. And like the holidays, it's never the same. It's never the same once mama dies. Never. Or our daddy dies or your spouse dies. It's never the same. You have to go find a new normal. And sometimes you find yourself going, I don't want to find a new normal. I just want to sit here and be depressed. I am hurting so bad inside because I've lost my spouse, I've lost my mom, or whoever you've lost. I've lost my best friend. Everyone's going back to normal. And does everybody understand nothing is normal in my life? I literally cannot breathe. And going to Sneed's farmhouse, I feel like all these people come out of the woodworks to support me. And it felt so special to me because people said the most kindest words to me that made me feel like someone was listening. Like someone cares. And then life has to go back to normal. And you go back to no one's, let's just say no one's watching my videos. No one's coming around my mom's house. No one's sending food. And the people know that, like, me and Larry are trying to survive and we're both trying to go to work. I live an hour away from Larry and my mom. I'm trying to figure out how to keep my kids in a normal life, me work. But reality is, that's where the grief comes in. And I'm feeling a little, I guess I feel a little grief. Like, did I make the right decision? Am I screwing my life up? Am I like, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to be okay? Like, what if everybody goes away? What if I have no excitement content anymore because I don't have, people on my farm? Like, what do I have anything to record? I mean, nobody wants to just see me get a thorn stuck in my man. Like, I'm feeling the exact same way that I felt when my mother passed away. That's what I feel like. Yesterday, though, I was feeling this way. And I was like, just meditating with God. And I was like, God, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't understand. Like, could you give me just a little bit of like a peek at what my future is going to look like? Like, I just need a peek. I know you don't want to tell me, but can I just have a peek of what my future is going to look like? And I'm sure when my mom was laying there, I'm sure Larry was like, okay, now I've lost my spouse, basically. My spouse has lost her job, and my mom was the breadwinner. So Larry went from 2 incomes to 1 income. And I'm sure Larry was probably like, dear Heavenly Father, could you just give me a peek and let me know I'm going to be okay? And if you've lost someone or you've been through a drastic change, like losing a job or something along those lines, there's times when you go, dear Heavenly Father, I just need a peek at my future to let me know that you're in control and that everything's going to be okay. Like, can I just see a little peek? Like, you don't have to tell me everything, but just give me a little insight to know that you're in control and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I am not strong enough. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, Judy, what are you going to do when you get a call from a school that wants to book a field trip? Have you prepared yourself for that? No, because my automatic reaction is to be excited that a school wants to come to my farm because I feel like my animals have a lot to offer, kids. So what am I going to say? I've been practicing. Okay, I'm going to have to say, no, I'm no longer open. And I'm probably going to feel like I've been kicked in the gut because there's schools that have been coming every single season. Like this one school, they've come every single year. And I'm like, when they call to do their normal booking, what am I going to say? Because my automatic reaction would go, yes, I'm so excited. What month do you want to come? And I'm going to have to say, I've had to close the doors. And they're going to go, what? I didn't see that coming. Nobody saw it coming, including myself. Well, I sort of did. The past couple of years have been really hard. Even though I enjoy what I do, it's been really hard. Y'all been watching me. Y'all are probably like, how does she do all that? I'm about to fall out. Just to let you know, I'm about to fall out. I don't really know how I've done it this long, to be honest. But when I started doing more social media, y'all, that's a full-time job within itself. And me trying to do social media, open to the public, and Larry, and keep the farm up is not working for me at all. If y'all could see me in a little, I don't know, genie bottle and see what I do, a crystal ball, and you watched me, you would be like, she's going to pass out. She's going to totally pass out. It's like how is she doing all this? She's walking like 20,000 steps a day, and she's not even taking care of herself. And she sits here and preaches all the time about being the best version of herself, and she's about to fall out. She's about to fall out. You're correct. I'm about to fall out. And I had to decide what was best for my family as well as myself. And it's much easier being a creator versus being open to the public. Now, do I make as much money? No. So there's a big change in my income. But when I was talking to God yesterday and I said, dude, look, you know my brain. God, you know this brain. And I am freaking out right now because I cannot see what you have in my future. And I just need a sneak peek preview to know that you're in control, because I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death financially. I'm going to be honest. And y'all already know I freak out because I'm scared I'm going to be homeless, right? Well, in the farm, I don't worry about being homeless, but I worry about, I'm just being honest, but I'm like, what if no one watches my videos and I become boring? And then, oh my gosh, I feel like I can't breathe. What am I going to do if I don't have enough money to pay for the feed every month? Is Shane going to be in an agreement with me that we're going to keep these animals, or is he going to tell me I have to get rid of something? And I start feeling like, okay, I have tightness in my throat. I have tightness in my shoulders. I feel like crying. I'm like, I can't get to mindfulness because I'm in a total panic that I have to get rid of all my animals. And then when my views are not good, I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. This is so silly. This is silly. Okay. This is silly. I realize that what I'm doing is not right. Okay. I realize that Shane will never let my animals starve. I mean, yeah, he might say you're going to have to weed some out. He might say that. But I'll give you an example. When I asked God for a sneak peek preview, okay, let me tell you what happened. And no one knows that I was doing this yesterday, okay? I had to go to counseling yesterday, and I had to go, I can't breathe. I need something to help calm my nerves. I am a train wreck. She was like, what is wrong with you? And I said, I'm scared. I'm just scared. And I was talking to her. My lips getting a little better. I was talking to her and I was like, I need to calm down. I can't calm myself. I don't know what to do. The creek's not working. Walking around my property's not working. I don't know what to do. I cannot get to mindfulness. My brain is in chaos. Like I can't get there. And I was sitting there and all of a sudden, across my phone, oh Lord, I cannot start crying. Across my phone came an email. And it said, my company would like to collaborate with you, meaning they want to partner with me to advertise their products. And I knew what the company was. So I recognized the name and I was like, me? They want to collaborate with me? Did they know I only have like 24,000 subscribers? And like I have a decent following on Facebook, but I only have 24,000. And did they see that my last video got like 1,000 views? Did they see that like I'm not doing that great on YouTube? That's me negative talking. They see something that I can't see. Okay? There's a reason why they chose me. Well, when they were talking to me about collaborating and me advertising for them, this is what I think. I think, oh, good, I'll get a free product. That's what I thought. They want to send me, because in the past, you know, sometimes when you collaborate with someone and they'll send you a free product and they just want you to I'll give you an example. Y'all probably don't even remember this, but not too long ago, someone sent me a metal detector in the mail, but I didn't get paid to do it. I did get paid to do that. So if I did a video showing the metal detector and I link, then they'll pay you a salary, okay, to do that. But a lot of times when you're not a big creator, they'll say, hey, if I send you these birdhouses that are a smart birdhouse, will you advertise these birdhouses and I'll send you 2 birdhouses? And the birdhouses are like $150. And you're like, yes. Ooh, I get 2 new $150 birdhouses. And you don't get any money for it. So sometimes that happens. And that usually happens with smaller channels like myself, because I'm a smaller channel. But then sometimes they want to use marketing and they want us to market the product. So the email that I got yesterday, I was thinking, oh, wow. I'll tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you who the company is. It's water. And I was like, and the water's like, I call it bougie water. Okay. Cause like my water is Walmart purified water. Okay. Bougie water. I call bougie water. Like when I go into the service station, if I go into the service station, like we're traveling and I'm going to get water, I buy bougie water. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Like bougie water. You know what I'm saying? Like smart water or something, cool water, you know. I hope I'm making sense. So this is bougie water. And I'm like, bougie water wants to partner with me. Oh, yay. I'll get some free bougie water. That's what I was thinking. And then they said that they wanted to pay me to do this. I'm like, great. And then they said, because you have the following on Facebook, because I have like 104,000 on Facebook, and the following on YouTube, we'll pay you X amount of dollars. And when I tell you I poo-pooed in my pants, I totally poo-pooed in my pants, okay? I was like, me? I ain't Jason and Brooke. I ain't Lester. I'm Aunt Judy. And it was like, I had just said that morning to God, dude, I just look, can I have a sneak peek preview of what my future holds? Because I'm on the struggle bus, God. You're interrupting my whole entire life. I do not want, and I don't mean this disrespectful, but let's just put it like this. Wipe a butt, do a field trip. I'd much rather do a field trip. But God has chose me to wipe a butt. And I'm like, really? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not a caregiver. I'm not. And God's like, oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. Look what he did for your mom. You're going to have to stop your life and wipe a butt. And I'm like, and over the past couple of years, I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. You saw him go to a nursing home. God, I can't do this. God sent him back to me. I'm like, God, do you really understand? I can't do this. I gag. Like, I can't do this. I'm not a nurse. And he's like, oh, yes, you are. Oh, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, yes, you are. And my whole life has been totally changed to being a caregiver. And so the sneak preview that God gave me yesterday was that email. And I was like, me? This little bitty creator, you're giving me this? Then, after that, all of a sudden, and she doesn't know this, right after that, I got a donation on Cash App. I don't get donations a lot. I'll be honest with you. I'm a nonprofit, but a lot of people, they don't give me donations. Okay. I got a donation. I was like, okay, God, I'm hearing, I'm seeing, I'm hearing. Okay. Then this person that I do not know texted me and said, hey, I love your chickens and I would love to buy some fertile eggs from you. I hadn't sold fertile eggs in 1,800 years. Okay. I have not. And I was like, okay. He drove. Are you ready for this? This guy drove from Georgia to my house to get fertile eggs yesterday and paid me a donation. And I was like, I got you. I got you, God. I got you. So I know in my heart that I can't see what's happening in my future. Did I put some on this eye? I can't even remember. I I can't see in my future. And sometimes you feel like nobody's around and nobody sees you sinking. And it's because your brain is an emotional mind and you're telling yourself no one cares. And you're basing your self-worth off who called you, I don't know, for your birthday, or who's around you. And you're letting emotional mind take control, and your emotional mind doesn't always tell you the truth. Now, feelings are valid. In other words, okay, I'm feeling sad because I've had to close my farm and my life is totally changing quickly. Those are valid feelings. I feel alone. That is a valid feeling. Why do I feel alone? Because I'm the only one doing it. I'm the only one here 24 hours a day taking care of someone. I see the ins and outs. You know how like when you're a mom and you got a kid in the terrible twos and you're like, I cannot handle this kid another day. Somebody's going to have to watch this son of a gun because I could not handle my kid. And you go send your kid off to the grandparents' house and you're like, I just need to get out. Need to go have a girl's day. You go out to eat with your friends because you don't do that anymore because you're a new mom. And you have this terrible twos kid and you go back to pick up the kid and your mom's like, this kid's perfect. You're like, what? Are you kidding? He let you change his diaper. He didn't pitch a fit. And they're like, no, he's great. He was perfect. And you're like, why does he do that to me? I feel like that because even though I want y'all to watch this is off the subject, but I've learned how to use this powder. And I want you to look at my face and watch the difference when I put on this powder. Watch it. It's going to uplift me. So y'all watch as I talk. Okay. So I'm going to say 5-year-old that plays me. And tries to manipulate me and tries to play me all the time. Do you see that? And when other people come, the manipulation stops, the tears dry up, and it's totally different with me. Okay, y'all watch this. It's totally different with me than it is other people. And it drives me insane because I feel all alone. Y'all see how it kind of lifts? Isn't that cool? It's like, it's pink translucent powder, but you're supposed to just put it under your eyes. It's pretty cool. But I feel all alone because no one gets me. Because no one sees what I see. Because I'm treated differently, just like every child treats their mom. They go to their dad, and like the dads are like, he's perfect for me. And you're like, dude, no, he's not. He's terrible. It's the worst kid ever. And they're like, no, he's not. He's wonderful to me. I don't know why kids treat their dads differently for their mom, but they do. You see how it lifted my face? Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm still going. I'm not finished. So I feel all alone a lot of times because I'm treated differently than other people. And for a mom or a caregiver, it feels overwhelming. And it's almost like it makes you mad because somebody else walks in the door and they're like this perfect angel, and you're like, are you kidding me right now? If they only knew what I have been through today, if they could see in a crystal ball what I have been through today, they would feel so sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I know if you're a mom, you probably get me because it's like kids do that. And so do other people, you know? And it's like difficult. So when you're in emotional mind and you're sitting there lying to yourself and telling you no one cares, no one cares. I wonder if you said to God, hey, God, I'm on a struggle bus and I'd like to see in my future a little bit. Could you give me a sneak peek preview? Because I'm on a struggle bus. And you kind of laugh at yourself when you do that because it seems so childish and silly to go, can I just have a little peek? Just a little peek. You ain't got to show me the whole thing. Just show me a little peek. I just need a little bit. It looks like I've had a facelift just from watching YouTube videos on how to apply your makeup. Not that I'm an expert, but and then you get this little contouring, and I watched them do this. They go like this. Then they go like this. Is that supposed to make your nose look thinner or something? Does my nose look skinnier? Because I got a big nose. I got a Waniger nose. And then they go like this. But if you ask God to please open your eyes and give you a sneak peek preview of what your future holds, but see, you have to be smart enough to open your eyes to what he's showing you. And a lot of times we don't open our eyes to really see what God's putting in front of us. Like, for example, Larry. What is God? Why? Why did God choose me to take care of Larry when I don't feel like I'm strong enough? Why did he choose me? Why did he choose me? Why would he give me the taste of doing field trips and making a living at what I'm doing for him to take it away from me. Why does he think I'm strong enough? Why does he think that I'm strong enough to handle this when I'm not? Like it's hard. Like why like why does why does God think that I can do all this? What does he see that I don't see? Cuz I feel like it's do you ever wonder that? Where I'm supposed to put it down here. Forgot. Am I looking marvelous? I'm taking the time today. Now I got to put this little highlighter crap. Why does God think that I'm strong enough to handle all this? What does he see that I don't see? Well, he made me, right? God made me. And he knows what I can handle and what I can't handle. Although I feel like he's put a little bit too much. I think he's put a little too much on me. But okay, me and God will talk about that. But when I asked him to give me the sneak peek preview, he's slowing me down, way down, which I need to concentrate more on myself and Larry. And I think when the day comes that, you know, Larry's no longer here, I think I'm going to have absolutely no regrets. And I believe that I'm going to be able to really see the big picture of what this is all about. And I think that I will be able to see all the lessons that I've learned through this process. And I believe that I'm going to feel proud to know that I've taken my stepdad in, and Shane has taken my stepdad in. Because you have to think, he moved in with us right after Shane and I got married. And so I have to have an amazing husband to be able to allow me to take care of my stepdad in our house. That says a lot for Shane. That says a lot. And I'm doing my makeup differently today. Y'all are noticing. But I think that I'm going to be able, like, a lot of times you can't see what's going on in front of you because we're stuck in, I don't know, feeling sorry for ourselves, or we're stuck in no one cares. Like, God don't care. I'm going to quit praying to him because he don't answer my prayers, because I've done that before. He's not listening to me. Like this is not what I want to be doing. Like, does he not get it? Like, this is not, this cannot be what's planned for my life. You know, like things like that. And situations happen that are drastic, and you're like, why would God take my mom away? Like, why? Why would my mom Why would God allow my mom to have a stroke at 52 and be bedridden for 11 freaking years? Yeah. But what I've learned is when you're in the midst of all that, you should be constantly saying to yourself, what am I supposed to be learning from this? What there's a lesson being taught to me. What I need to make sure my eyes are open and I'm not sitting here feeling sorry for myself. What lesson should I be learning for what I'm going through right now? And I feel like when it comes to Sneed's Farmhouse and me closing the doors and, all the things that are happening, I'm sitting here going, what am I supposed to be learning? Because this don't feel good. This doesn't feel good at all. What am I supposed to be learning? And I think the first thing that God is teaching me is to trust that He's in control. And a lot of times when things happen like this, we don't especially like losing your spouse, it's hard to trust. And I can remember sitting here with y'all, and this has not been I remember sitting here with y'all, and the ones that have been with me a while, you can vouch for this. Do you remember me telling you, if God took everything away from me today, would I still serve Him? Would I still believe and trust that He is in control, or would I fall to the ground and fall apart? Do you remember me saying that to y'all? And that is part of what we're here for on Mondays and Wednesdays, is being the best version of ourselves. Because if I'm not the best version of Judy, I'm going to fall to the floor. I just lost what I love. And I'm sure Shane, when I told Shane that I had made this decision, you know what he said to me? What brought this on? Because Shane was gone for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I made the decision. Judy, have you talked to your counselor about this? Judy, are you okay? Judy, I'm very concerned about you. Judy, I think you need to slow down and think this through. Judy, I think that you need to have a couple of appointments with your doctor before you decide to just pull the plug. And I said, Shane, I have peace. I have peace in the decisions that I'm making. And if I have peace about closing my farm, that this peace that I have is coming from the right person. Because I would have never been at peace with this. Never. I love what I do. I love my farm. I love doing tours. I love field trips. Y'all have seen me. If you've been with me a while, if you get bored today and you've not seen me, go back and watch my old videos with me with doing field trips and look at my face. Look at me up there dancing with the kids. Look at my demeanor. Look how I carry myself. Look at you see that I love what I was doing. I was in my comfort zone. When I'm up there dancing with those kids and reading my book, and they're out there getting kisses from my animals and all this stuff, I am in my comfort zone. And for me to be okay with taking that away getting that taken away from me, and I have a peace. If you've been with me for a while and you see peace and me making that decision, you're like, what the what? What the what? You're doing what? You're like, Shane, Judy, are you sure? And I'm very confident that my focus needs to be on Larry and myself. I'm very confident because the past, I'm going to say 2 years, have been so hard. And when I say 2 years, I say 2 years because that's when I started doing YouTube. April will be 2 years. And if you're a creator and you're watching me, you get me because you have to walk around with a camera filming 24/7, and you have backup dancers that want to know what's going on in your life. And if you're a creator, I'm a creator that is real. I'm not a creator that makes up content. I'm not a creator that sugarcoats things. I am like what you see when you see Judy is the raw Judy. If you meet me in person, I am the exact same way. You won't meet someone different when you meet me in person. When you meet me in person, it's like we're best friends and we've known each other our whole life. That is how I am. I'm a very real person. So when you watch my content, you're not seeing made up stuff. I'm not sure if I like that, but I think that we need to continue to work on ourselves. And I feel like the stronger we get and the better version we are of ourselves, the stronger we're going to be when situations happen, like losing a spouse or losing your mom or losing a child or getting something taken away from you. The stronger you make yourself, the better you're going to be able to deal with life. And life is hard. And if you do not listen and put tools in your pocket, when you're faced with those situations, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna be that person that goes, I cannot get out of my depression. I am so depressed that I can't function. And I've been there. I've been hospitalized for that. I was there in 2010. Judy was on an airplane flying to California to go to rehab because I could not fight my depression. I've been there. I have been to the point where I was throwing pills down my throat because I could not deal with my depression, with tubes down my throat, fighting for my life. If you think I don't know what you feel like, I do. And the reason I've changed my life is because I was tired of feeling that way. I was tired of being defeated. I was tired of feeling like, why am I on this earth? I changed my life. But let me just tell you, it doesn't happen like that. It happens because you get so tired of being depressed that you fight for yourself. You fight for your life and go, you know what? I'm changing my life. I hate everything about myself, and I am fixing to pick up the pieces and I'm fixing to change it one step at a time. Have I told y'all I started in 2010? It's 2025. I told my counselor on the phone yesterday, I said, happy anniversary. We have been together for 15 years. I bet my chart is so thick that y'all like, I think I'm on my third chart. My charts are like this thick. I'm not joking. I have 3 charts, 3 of these. I've been in counseling since 2010. And to this day, I go. Because if I don't, I will not be the best version of Judy. I will fall. I have to work at myself every single day because if I don't, am I long-winded? I don't even know what time it is. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. If I don't work on myself and you don't work on yourself, we're going to fall. We're going to be that person who sits on the couch and says, I have no purpose in life. I wish God would just take me. Oh, yes, you do have a purpose. Oh, yes, you do. One of your purposes is to keep me going. I can't help other people without you being here. You help me more than you know. And a lot of you send me messages and say, Aunt Judy, you have no idea. You help me so much. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. You have no idea. You have no idea how much you help me. We're in this together. This is not one-sided. This is not Aunt Judy helps the world. No, it's not. I can't do that. I'm not strong enough to help the world. It's the backup dancers and the group that we have where we pull together and we help one another dance. That's what it's about. I can't do it by myself. I'm not strong enough. I can't. If it wasn't for you watching my video, liking my content, I wouldn't have the views out there for someone to call me and want to sponsor me. It's you. It's you that's helping my farm grow. It's you that's helping me take care of Larry. It's you that's helping me not lose my animals. It's not anything great and wonderful that I'm doing. You pat yourself on the back. It's you that sits on the couch and says, you know what? I have no life. I have no purpose. Oh, really? Oh, really? Really? You don't have a purpose? Really? Well, I'll tell you what, Chickie Mama, Chickie Daddy, you drive to Sneed's farmhouse and I'll sit down and show you the purpose that you have. That you think, oh, I'm paralyzed. I'm in the nursing home. I can't get out. I'm on a budget. I can't donate to your farm. I'm on a budget. Really? You have no purpose. Do you know that when you watch my content, you're helping me? You're helping give back. Did you know that? And you want to sit here and use emotional mind and tell me that you have no purpose in life. Your life is over. You wish God would just take you away. God has you here for a reason. And it's probably my fault. It's probably all me. It's because I need you. It's all my fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. God knows I need you. And you're here for a reason. So don't sit here and use emotional mind and tell yourself that you have no purpose in life. Don't be depressed. You're helping. Believe it or not, you're helping me. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Every single one of you. I love you. I do. If you don't feel loved, you know that Aunt Judy loves you. I do. And I care. And when you guys send me cards in the mail and you pour your guts out to me, I'm like, I get you. I get you. I get you. Chances are I've been there. So today is Wednesday. It's hunt day. You have choices in life. You can sit it out and you can sit there and wallow in your depression and think your life is over, or think, I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're going through. But chances are someone's here going through the same thing. That's sitting it out. Dancing is showing up. That's the first step, is showing up. Showing up and encouraging people to be the best version of themselves, putting a smile on your face, whatever you have to do today to dance. Do you need to get up and go take a shower and fix your hair? Do you need to get out of the house? Do you need to go walk around your property? Do you need to go to the track and exercise? Whatever it takes to put those dancing shoes on, I suggest you do it. I'll see y'all next week. My video will come out. I'm still trying to figure out what time to post my video, so y'all bear with me. I'm thinking 3 o'clock because 6 o'clock is too late. The most people that follow me are 65 and older, and I know how we are. We want to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Okay? So I'm trying to figure it out. Thursday, tomorrow, it will come out around 3 o'clock. Love you. See you tomorrow. I'll see you. I'll see you in probably an hour. I'll tell you what the doctor says. Okay? Bye.